Good evening. Welcome to Damage Does D&D. Tonight we are on episode... more than that. 12. 12 we're on. Episode 12 of the Elusive Tide, our wonderful pirate campaign. So, without further ado, I will hand you across to our wonderful dungeon... No. Pirate Master. Awesome. Sorry, that's thrown me completely for a loop. Pirate Master Jane, dig me out of this hole before Bolkin confuses me utterly.
Dan, if you don't already have it, please take a point of inspiration. That was a fantastic reveal, and I wasn't prepared anyway, but I'm even less prepared now.
Excellent.
So, last we left off, you had just arrived at the city of Tal Hazar, the city of cliffs. Knowing it as the prime location to go hunting for some blue blades, according to Captain Phineas. You went with your ruse of disguising the ship as the what was your ship called?
Something entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur's
Delight.
Delight. That was the one.
Spelt wrong, obviously.
Spelt it very well. Yeah. Entrepreneur's Delight. Yeah. With Quarantine acting as the captain and Balkin acting as first mate. After arriving, you continued your ruse onto the dockmaster and managed to get yourselves docked at a not particularly pirate-friendly harbour relatively easily. Then, Quarantine, Phineas, and Lack decided to go out for a walk, whilst Klein, Balkin, and Kirkin arranged new supplies for the ship to maintain the ruse and to resupply somewhat, before Phineas realised that someone had slipped a coin into his pocket. And around that coin was wrapped a note asking for him to meet someone at a secluded spot by the river later this afternoon. So, after some time passed, and Kirkin and Ilis went to visit the Great Tree to have a bit of a chat and learn the history of the city a little bit, to find that the tree was experiencing pain down below amongst its roots, along with some strange, discoloured fluids rising up in the waters of the wellspring that came up from beneath it.
Just sounds wrong. It's experiencing pain down below and it has discoloured fluids.
Yeah.
I mean,
It needs to go speak to a tree doctor or a tree surgeon.
That sounds like a you problem, James.
Whilst this was going on, Phineas, Quarantine, and Lack went to the meeting spot to be greeted by one Gabby Twingear, an old gnomish acquaintance of Phineas's, who was concerned about the goings-on among the Blue Blades ever since Phineas had left. After much discussion, Gabby outlines that she didn't really like the presence of the cult in and amongst the organisation, and blamed. God, my brain is just breaking. I haven't even started DMing, and blamed Kai's new girl, a woman who you eventually realised was Lily Barkham. And so you made arrangements to meet at the waterfall in the northern section of the city after sundown to sneak your way into the Blue Blades base and hopefully find and put a stop to Kai. And that is where we're going to pick up. You guys are currently on, I believe you guys were making your way up to the waterfall, having just having the sun having just set. Is there anything anyone wants to do before you get to the waterfall?
No, I don't think so. Not me.
I don't
No?
think so.
You're just going to make your way straight there. Okay.
Yeah, if we do, I'll definitely be keeping an eye out for any keen eyes or potential followers.
Okay.
Sure.
Make a perception check for me, please, Klein.
Of course, I'll be doing the same from up in the air.
Then do the same as well. Perception check, please. Who did we lose?
Martin.
Ah, not good.
But I'm not doing a very good job. Only got a 12.
Non-natural
12.
20.
20. It's quiet. It's very quiet this evening. Lack, you don't really see anyone, and Klein, you're not really seeing anybody following you. They seem to have very little interest. A couple of the guards kind of follow your group for a little while, but you kind of stop off near the river and they lose interest and continue along. So, do we have our captain back?
I think so.
Taking a moment for your camera.
Am I here?
No
bar
camera. We
camera.
can hear you though.
Well, I've turned my camera on.
Might be worth
And
just
I can
turning it
see
off
me.
again.
My computer's having a major fit here.
It's not good.
Okay. Well, my CPU is running at 100% and my GPU is 96%.
That's
That's
So,
not good.
God knows what's
probably not
happening.
good.
Do you want to have a quick reboot?
All you lot have paused as well, so
Yeah, sounds like a reboot is required.
Yeah.
I was looking at the my other screen, and if I hadn't have seen Ash move, I would have thought he would literally. I was about to say, "Oh, Ash has paused as well."
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, you're back.
we have him back.
interesting.
Are you back with us now, Martin?
I think I'm back.
Huh?
Things are running smoothly again.
Has your PC recovered?
Well, I seem to have a second Google Chrome listed in Task Manager that was taking up my entire GPU. I
Hmm.
think it was roll 20
That's not good.
Oh,
because I'm not seeing the map now. Oh, the map's back. Let's see if that kills me again. No, I think I'm okay. Right, sorry,
Okay.
apologies. Please continue.
It's not a problem. So, you begin to approach the waterfall. You can hear it thundering down the side of the cliffs. Collection of palm trees swaying. Eyeless, you're the first one to spot it. You see a single gold coin sat on top of a rock next to one of the trees. And as you all approach, Phineas, you kind of notice it sat there as well.
This seems to be the meeting place, so if we just hang here for Gabby.
can I take the coin? I'm just going to wander up and just pick the coin up.
Yeah.
Marvellous. Orala will appreciate this. Put it in my pocket.
definitely keeping another eye out. Whereabouts? Can you just ping on the map, Jay?
Hang on. Give me a second. So you guys are currently around about here-ish.
Okay, yeah. I'm definitely just going to keep more of an eye out. Again, anybody who hasn't been with Klein walking around the city or anything, you'll notice that he's acting not weird, but more professional, knowing that he is looking for anything out of the ordinary.
Make a perception check then for me, please.
Cocked.
Did
Uh,
Perkin and Ilas talk to us about the tree and the stuff in the water?
I assumed so.
Can
any
I-
12.
Can I check the water around here?
Make an investigation check.
Any 12 for my perception.
Well, no, seems a perfectly calm and quiet evening.
13.
13. You don't really see anything in this water. Not really seeing anything that similar to what Eyeless and Kirkin described.
Oh, actually, who's this?
You kind of stand there for a couple of minutes before. Sorry, Iris, go ahead.
So, knowing that we're going to be, what's the light situation like?
It's not incredibly dark. You can see a lot of the stars kind of up above. It's not. It's one of those kind of light evenings, light nights. It's not pitch black here.
Okay, so but obviously these sort of getting towards full dark.
It's
Okay.
approaching.
So I'm going to encourage anybody that, well, up to 5 people that don't have dark vision to come close to me for a moment.
I definitely do then.
Zoom, zoom.
And I'm going to use one of my Twilight Note features called the Eye of Night.
Mm-hmm.
You'll even sort of like pull out these sort of 5 sort of beads of obsidian and sort of roll them round, and then you'll just see a little bit of moonlight just drift over your eyes. You now have 300-foot dark vision for the next hour.
I like it when you do the lights.
Wait,
Cool. Thank you.
thank you, Oilis. This is a bit of a weird experience to have.
What, seeing?
Well, no, well, yeah, not quite dark, but everything's a little bit grey.
I mean, this could make my life a hell of a lot easier.
I agree.
You come
can
real
see
prepared, Zeroot. You'll hear a voice coming from up on top of one of the trees.
I turn straight away with battle axe out.
Harmit, fine. It's who we're here to meet.
Mm-hmm.
There's a flash of movement. You watch Gabby slide down the side of the tree and land, kind of look up at all of you. Blimey.
This one's a bit
Yeah,
like
I've been doing
Lack.
well for you there, self then, Zeroot.
This one's a bit like Lack. If you don't, she doesn't want to be seen, you won't see her.
My name's Gabby. This one.
Hello, Gabby, and Klein's just going to go walk up straight up to her, shake her hand.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you.
Hello.
Especially if you're gonna succeed in what needs doing.
My name's Aldris. Aldris Benoit.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly,
any-
Gabby, exactly.
Is any of you lot not great at climbing? Because it's a bit of a trek.
I'm very good at letting Klein pull me up.
I think we have to go down in this case.
Or down.
I'm
You
sure
get a bit,
we'll manage.
It can get a bit slippery, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Right. Come this way. And she kind of walks over to a section of the cliff, and she just pushes a couple of the branches aside and seems to just disappear down the side of the cliff.
Who's good at climbing? Because I'm not.
Just for this player question here, PM.
Mm-hmm.
Athletics for climbing, yes?
Yes,
Um,
it's athletics.
I'm not too bad.
Well,
So-
I'll come with you then. And
Well-
I'll just go up to Klein and just turn into a crab.
Oh, all right then. Yeah, okay. Help my shoulder.
You have to pick me up. I can't jump that far.
Yeah, and I'll kind of put my hand down to the ground. And
Now I've just got an image of, crab rave in my head.
just before we attempt anything, I'm just going to go over to Phineas and be like, hello, Mr. Phineas, sir. Any chance we can have my trident back before we go in here?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Mr. Klein,
Right.
have you got the?
Yep, it's right on me. Thank you very much.
Before we go, I'm just going to clamp onto his ears with the claws.
Oh, ow! Bloody hell, Balkin, not so hard. Like, clamp onto the armor, it'll be much better.
Look,
Obviously, I'm not shouting this out, by the way, but I am being quite quiet the whole
Excellent.
time.
So
Just
rush
so
the
everyone-
buses, and you hear, "You lot coming or what?"
I'll have flown over the edge and see where Gabby's gone to.
as you fly over, you can see that the bushes are kind of concealing the entrance to this very thin, winding path down the side of the cliff
Oh, I'd have
before
gone
it eventually
stealth mode as well.
reaches down to the beach down here. So, are you all climbing down, except for Balkan and Lack?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will. I'll probably go first, following Gabby, for the simple reason if anybody does slip, hopefully not me, that I have got a better chance of catching them.
Okay. Make a everyone make an athletics check then for me, please, with the exceptions of Lack and Balkan.
I'm gonna die.
Yep, me too.
I'm in danger.
I'm quite
I
happy.
might
dang.
actually live.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Nope, you're all getting taken down by a cow falling from the sky.
You won't, hopefully.
Okay. So we'll start with Klein. Your athletics for me, please.
Natural 19 for 25.
Absolutely no problem for you. Aldris.
11.
11. Okay, yep, you're able to do it okay. Phineas?
16.
Yep, you're doing okay. Quarantine?
15.
Yep, you're fine. Eyeless?
A 2 for 2.
Okay. And Kirkin?
Got a 5. I'm impressed. I'm not
5.
the worst.
Okay, so as you're climbing down, Eyeless and Kirkin, you two are kind of walking together. You get closer to the waterfall.
Kirk, you know you did acrobatics rather than athletics, right? You were supposed to do athletics. Just putting it out there. Because you might be slightly better
Okay,
at
that's a
that.
21.
That's 21.
Yeah,
Okay,
Eyeless,
so
you're on your own.
so Eyeless, as you're walking and you get closer to the waterfall, you wear quite decently heavy armor, don't you? Though it is mithril, so.
Yeah, so.
But as you're kind of going, being careful not to kind of scrape your armor against the rock, part of the cliff kind of gives way a little bit, and you end up sliding down the side of it.
I try and catch him.
Okay, make a strength saving throw for me, then, please, Klein.
Can I try and use Gus to help break the fall?
Let me have a look at the spells.
Or do you go
Wording.
in his general direction?
I can
Waft.
choose to push a creature medium or smaller 5 feet away from me. So if I'm at the bottom and he's coming down, I just sort of
Well,
use it to push
he's
him out
kind
the
of. Imagine you're kind of winding down like that. Iris is kind of falling here. Klein is here. You'd be over here. So it would be like you're gusting Iris away.
Okay,
You can
I
if you
thought we
want.
would be underneath. That's why I
No,
said
it's kind of a wide, gradual climb.
Okay, then I will not.
Okay. Klein, what's your strength save?
17.
17. Okay. I'll say that you're able to kind of catch him. I'll say from the rocks going down, Eyeless, you take 3 points of damage as you kind of slip and smack your back against the cliff going down. But overall, you're doing all right.
If I do catch him, I'll pull him back up and put him next to me, but the top next to me, so I'm still at the bottom technically. Makes sense.
Okay. So you eventually manage to climb down and reach the base of the cliff along this kind of abandoned beachway that leads away. You can see large fallen rocks all around. You can see the tower of the walls of the city up above you. And Gabby leads you around the cliffs to this old stone entranceway in the side of the cliff. You can see a stone path leading away that is sand-beaten and worn. Phineas, you remember occasionally having to do smuggling runs out of the city through this pathway, but it looks unused for quite some time. You can see this stone entrance of a tunnel leading in. And in fact, to give you an even better idea, if you'd like to look at the roll 20 for me,
Map
please.
time. It's all blurry. Oh, there we go.
No, it's
Oh,
rubbish.
Duggar, hang
Start
on. I've
again.
just moved you to the wrong one. Hang on. That one. I need to delete that one. Okay.
There's some funny
Apologies.
pictures on there.
Yeah, you've got your. Oh,
So you can see yourselves in the top left, and don't mind the menagerie over here. That's for
Okay.
Phineas and Aldris
All right.
make use of. So I can get rid of that. That's looking fine. I need to be on the right map as well. There we go.
Do you want me to move
So-
those further away?
Pardon?
The menagerie. Should we move that somewhere else?
No, that's fine there.
Okay.
Trust me, that's the best place for me to put it.
Okay.
So, you are facing this entrance. I'm just going to move you guys back so you can arrange yourselves.
I would kind of. Oh, fucking wrong button. Got to move, and I.
Right.
Probably be sort of around there as I came down first.
There you are. Now, I've forgotten the name that I gave Gabby's brother, and it's somewhere in my notes, and I cannot find it.
Dave. They're all called Dave.
Richard.
No.
Twincock.
Dick Twincock.
I didn't write it down, so obviously it
Right.
wasn't said.
Barry's in there somewhere, and if you can find him, please do. But I don't know what you're here for overall, but just make sure he gets out alive.
We
We'll
will
do what we
obviously
can.
we'll do what we can.
Thank you.
Would
I'll
you,
be pitched up out here if you ever need some help, but rather not go in there. Cultists know me.
would you
I
like
don't like them.
to go to head, Captain?
Yes, please, Lack.
Okay. I'll go into stealth mode and sort of hugging the roof of the cavern or the entrance. I'll fly in.
Okay, let me just write down that note for myself.
Gabby, is there anything else we need to know before we go in?
Oh yeah, if you come across a lock, be real careful. We're fucking thieves.
So I only got a 21 for my stealth. Oh,
Okay.
oh,
So, Phineas, you're about to ask
Call
something.
yourself a rogue.
Yeah. Somebody tell Lack that when we get back.
I will message Lack.
Okay.
Be careful if you see any locks. They're very careful with their property here.
So,
understood.
like, you start heading in, and you can see these stone brick-lined tunnels with the stone brick pathway underneath you. You can see a door directly up ahead, but it also curves away around the side.
I'm not
Wait,
sure
does
how long my PC will be able to do the stream and this. So
Is someone else able to sort that out for us?
I can see if I can do it. Maybe.
Yeah, I think given the
yeah,
current
I
strength
know
of
it's
my
normally
PC,
Martin, but given like he
Yeah.
says, if somebody
does
else
the
could.
door look to have a lock on it?
You can inspect it if you wish.
I'll just look at it from a distance. I don't want to go near it yet.
Hold on, I just need to restart because Polygon Reveal is now broken. You have a look at the door, and you're doing Roll20. It's loaded me up into player view as well. Been having troubles with this all day. Right.
You good?
There we go.
You say that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so you look at the door, and it does seem to be shut fast, as far as you can tell. And there seems to be some kind of metal work detailing around the handles in the middle.
Okay. I'll look, first of all, I'll look down the tunnel carrying on down, see if I can see anything down there before approaching the door.
Yep, you can see the tunnel continuing. And as I you can see the tunnel continues down to a T-junction with some odd discoloration on the floor.
Okay. So next I'll fly still up to the door and just
Okay.
see if I can actively hear anything from any noise from behind it.
Make a perception check for me, please.
So non-natural 20.
20. You listen carefully, and you can hear wood being moved, and kind of the occasional kind of splash of water.
But no
Or kind of
sound
like
of voices.
you listen for a while, and you then occasionally hear a couple of voices just calling out a couple of short words like, "Yeah, I've got it. No, that one." Stuff like that.
Okay. So I'll carry on down to the junction
Mm-hmm.
and just sort of stop there and have a look either way and see what the discoloration on the floor looks like. Not going to touch it, just looking from because I'm up at the ceiling.
Okay, make a perception check for looking at that then for me, please.
13.
13. It's probably just some water someone's dropped on the floor.
Okay.
Just a question, PM. From where we are at the front there, and given
Yeah.
my newfound dark vision ability, can we see that corner? Can we see
The corner with the
where the door is?
door. Let me just have a look. Yeah, you guys can kind of see that.
With the door?
Yeah, you can see
or-
that. Yeah, you can see the door.
Okay, cool. I'll just be keeping an eye on that then. I'd obviously seen Black go up to it. I'm just on edge, basically.
You can see that the corridor continues down quite a ways.
Yeah.
Okay, at this point, I'd head back to report in. So I'll go back here.
Okay.
Captain, corridor goes about 60 feet and there is a large door. There are noises behind it. There's people there. Sounds of wood and splashing. So maybe something where boats are being built or I don't know. Corridor turns to the right and goes about another 70 feet to a junction, and there are 3 more corridors leading off that. Doors everywhere. It's quite a maze.
Bit of a maze then, right?
But apart from behind the door, I saw no signs of anybody.
Okay, well, we should probably take it room by room.
I think
That's what I was about to suggest. Clear it out so we've got nobody coming from behind us.
Exactly. Okay, so we'll all make a rush into the first room, unless anybody's got any smarter ideas than.
Fro- From the looking at the actual pathways in the cave, PM, and everything, I don't know if I'll be able to make this me personally myself. How well does it look made, and how acoustic does it look?
Make a. Ooh, that's an interesting. I'll say make an investigation check. You're kind of testing stuff.
Yeah, I'm not shouting anything down there or chucking anything. I'm just trying to.
That's fine.
Oh, that's not too bad. Investigation shit. I know. Where are you? Only 17.
17. Kind of looking around, the stones seem well set. A lot of effort's been put into this place. I will say, Phineas, you don't remember it looking this fancy when you were last here. It was raw rock walls before. But it sounds quiet listening down the corridor. So,
Would you like me to go and see if I can unlock that door if it is locked, Captain?
Yes, but as Gabby said, be careful.
Aye, Captain.
Before you go, Lack, I think there should be at least a couple go with him, because if anything does happen, at least he's got backup to try and stop the noise, Captain.
Well, I think we should probably all just move up so we're ready.
Quietly, Captain.
If you remember, and Captain, if you remember the last time you used this, how acoustic were these caves? Would sound travel if we caused it, or what?
Well, unless you were in the actual dock, that's quite echoey because it's quite big. But I remember being in the barracks, you couldn't really hear anything. It was nice and comfy to sleep.
There's quite a complex down here, then.
Is there?
you most certainly, Phineas, don't remember there being any passageway leading off this way.
Right. Well, to answer your question, Klein, one, I don't really remember. Two, I think it was smaller. And three, it was definitely just rough rock here, not like fabricated stone walls like this.
Are we assuming that there may be traps then?
I would almost certainly count on it.
I've never been in this way, you see. I always came in by boat before.
I would also suggest that there might be pulley systems for alarms as well, going further in, just in case something does happen. So if anyone notices one on the wall, try not for them to pull it.
Well, we should certainly keep our eye out for traps.
I'm going to cast the invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Didn't have a wand that detected traps or something?
Going stealthily?
Yes, I do believe we're going to try to.
Okay. I will cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay, what's the radius on that?
30 feet.
Okay.
You'll get a plus 10 if you stay within 30 feet to your stealth check.
Okay. Let's do stealth checks then.
Okay. So, as you all make your way, you can move your tokens into the tunnels as you wish. You can all make stealth checks then for me, please. And you can get Aldris's bonus as you're starting all together.
Well, that's a bit better than a 2.
following Aldris or staying outside?
Sorry, yes, I was just admiring everything.
Could you all step back, please, while I do this? If there
You
is
just
a
told
trap.
me to come in. I'd make your bloody mind up.
I didn't tell you anything, Aldris. But I don't want you to get caught if something goes off.
That's a very good point.
Trust me, it goes all in your eyes if you're not careful.
Only if you got your eyes open.
True enough.
Do you want our stealth numbers?
Yes, please.
I got 29.
29. Okay. Aldris.
17.
17. Cool. Vulcan. Are you still as a crowd?
I'm on Klein still, so I haven't rolled. I assume.
Still roll the stealth check for me, please.
19 plus 10 plus crab. Come back to me.
It's at least 29 then.
29. X.
29. Cool. Phineas?
Sorry.
A natural 20 for 33.
Nice. Quarantine?
24.
Very nice. Eyeless?
27.
Very good. Kirkin?
4.
14.
14 with the
14, sorry.
with the password trace. And Black?
34.
Okay.
Oh, so close. So close.
Mine's actually 32 because it's stealth plus 3 for a crab.
Cool.
Nice.
So you all make it in. Apparently
Right.
unheard.
To check for traps on the door, please.
Make
Okay.
yourself
Make
on
an
my
investigation check for me then, please.
And Vulcan, just move yourself on my shoulder again. Because you were behind me, I didn't go one more backwards, but I wanted to.
11.
I shrunk Vulcan down. 11. Don't know what Gabby was talking about. This door's just plain old locked.
Okay, I will pick the lock.
Okay. Make a thieves' tools check for me, please. So, dexterity plus.
Can I give
proficiency.
him guidance while he does this?
I've already
Yeah,
got.
you can do.
So it's what's the guidance?
Plus
D4.
Plus a D4. 1, so 27.
27. Okay. You start picking at it. And you realise this lock is very complicated, and you then hear a click. What do you do?
If I hear a click that I don't expect to hear,
You
I
weren't
will-
expecting it.
try to dodge out of the way.
You're dodging to the side.
Yes, I would do.
Clear me, isn't it? What am I doing there?
Uh,
I've only
Why
just
did I
noticed it.
stand there?
Yeah,
Does-
I'm not dumb.
Cat.
does an
cat
11
hits.
hit you, Phineas?
No, an 11 does not hit me.
You see a small dart fire out from the lock and just clunk into the wall and fall to the ground next to you. And you watch it as a faint green liquid start to kind of ooze out the tip.
I'm pretty sure I warned you, Lax.
Stand there.
Like you were meant to check for traps.
I did.
Who's got the highest passive perception here?
Captain, can you really blame
Have a look at your
that you standing there,
passives.
though? I mean, sorry, Phineas.
I was trying to keep an eye around the corner in case anybody came.
Where are we? Just tide. Yeah. As this is happening, Eyeless and Vulcan, you hear what sounds like a door opening coming from down the corridor.
I'll pinch Klein's ears.
You don't want to worry anybody, but there's another door open just down the corridor.
I think Vulcan just tried to tell me that, but all he did was pinch my ear.
I'll pinch twice.
Once
I'll
for
go
yes,
back to
twice for
picking the
no.
lock and finish it.
Okay. As you're kind of picking it, you're finding it's not giving.
All right, even with a 27, wow. Okay. I cannot open this, Captain. It is too complicated.
I think we should back up.
Like maybe we just leave you to the torture business. Is anyone else good at doors?
I mean, I could give
For
it a
lack of
try.
emotions, he would have been a bit pissed off with that, but he doesn't. So there you go.
Silas, you hear footsteps.
Are you ready? Or we retreat and set up an ambush
I reckon
beside quickly?
back up a bit, people. If that's all right with you, Captain, first mate.
On the way, I'm going to loop and pick up the little dart from the corridor.
Okay.
I'll be up in the roof in the shadows with my crossbow out.
Really want to go where Balkan is, but I don't want to be. I want to protect the captain. I'm going to go.
Nah,
there.
Greg, you're hearing stuff.
Where did that come from?
It came from down the corridor, probably about here-ish.
I'm going to just slowly back up to there.
I'll quietly just go across here until I can get a look down the corridor and see if anyone's still there.
Make a perception check.
Ooh, lucky 8.
Hey, you don't see anybody down the corridor.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic and go up to the door.
Captain,
Okay,
do you want me to have a try at the door?
You cast Detect Magic, and let me just check my notes here.
I mean, it couldn't hurt Aldris. Could it?
Probably
Just
not.
give me a moment.
I mean,
What's the radius on Detect Magic? Just for my
30 feet.
reference. 30 feet, cool.
depends if those darts.
You pick up a faint abjuration ping from the door.
Abjuration
Abjuration.
on the door.
On the door. Focused around the lock.
The lock is magically locked.
That would explain why I couldn't pick it.
It's abjuration protection.
Oh, nip on Klein's ear again, and with my claw, I'll just do this.
I personally wasn't moving about, by the way, Dan. I was just taking the piss because I knew you had to move with me.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Stand back from the doorway. I'm going to cast a spell magic on the door.
Okay, what level are you casting that at?
I'm assuming third, since that's
I've only got
all we've
third,
got.
so
Yeah,
I will do
Would
third.
have to be third.
Casting it third. Okay,
Yeah.
can you do the skill check for Dispel Magic for me, please?
It is...
Bloody hell.
Spellcasting ability. Okay, which is my modifier, isn't it? So d20 plus 4. It's 21.
21. Quarantine, you see a flash of magic from Aldris's hand, and the magic on the lock has faded and gone.
Well done, Aldris.
Okay.
Is
so,
it done?
It's done.
Well, the magic's gone. It's probably still locked.
Yes.
I will pick it again then, and I'll fly back down and have another go at picking it.
Okay, make another Thieves' Tools check.
17 this time.
It's not budging. It feels easier now that the magic is gone. You realise that the lock was constantly shifting as you were trying to pick it before, but your tools just aren't finding purchase in this lock.
Okay. I still cannot do it, Captain.
Right. So, I'll have a go. I have proficiency in thieves' tools as well, so
Okay.
I will wander over. It's dexterity plus
Proficiency. Yeah.
It's gonna go well. I've got a -1 to my dex.
Plus the
Guidance.
D4 from Alice's guidance.
Guidance. Yeah.
Okay. So, it's one of those.
Now
One of
axe in the fire
those.
range.
Let's roll that.
I'll be really pissed off if you do this.
7 plus 3 is 10. -1 is 9.
This door is very clearly unpickable. It cannot be unlocked. It might as well be a wall to you.
Just a question: is it a lock, a lock, or lock in the door?
It's a lock in the door, so it's not a padlock on it. It's inbuilt into the door.
Lock. Padlock was the word I was looking for.
Mr. Klein,
Right.
you're a clever person with tools, etc., are you not? Also, Mr. Kirkin, I believe. Would it be possible to just take the hinges off the door? We're
Is it
wasting a lot of
possible?
time
Are the
attacking
hinges?
the strong point of the door. Why not just take the hinges off?
Are the hinges on the outside? Is there
The
something
hinges
like
are not on this side.
That sound weird, and it probably won't work, but I will give it a go anyway. I will put my hand where the lock is and try and shocking grasp it to see if the electricity shifts it.
You cast Shocking Grasp, and you watch as the electricity kind of dissipates through the metal support structure framework in the door and grounds out into the walls around you.
While all this is going on, I move to the end of the corridor.
Make a stealth check as you're going that way, Eyeless. I'll
Yeah.
give you Aldris's one because you started it as you were leaving,
Cool.
as you were in that area, rather.
Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad. So that's 12 plus 3, which is 15, 25.
25. Okay. Good to know.
Captain, perhaps we carry on and find another way in.
I think we'll have to. Perhaps we can revisit this door later if we need to,
Maybe if we clear out the rest, then we can come back to this.
and we can use a bit more noise.
keep an eye out behind us, say whoever's last?
So,
Continue down the corridor.
yeah, I'm
Have
gonna.
I heard anything from?
Make a perception check for me. If you're kind of listening out of that corner.
Yeah, that would have been sort of. That was the whole point. We come down here. I was just here to keep watch. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that.
Just another question. Now we can see that little weird patch. It doesn't look anything like the water pools on the island, does it?
Make an investigation check.
I'm close enough that it's in my bubble, so
No magic.
It's natural 20 for 31.
31, okay. You kind of listening carefully and you can hear you're listening really carefully and you can hear the shuffling of cards coming from in this room. Coming from about here.
Okay.
But you also hear very faintly in the distance a creaking of wood coming from down this way.
Right. Okay.
What was the investigation check, Clyde?
18 for an investigation.
18. This isn't an active water pool, it's dry blood.
Phineas. That there pool over there is a dry pool of blood.
It looks almost as if has been bleeding and was dragged along the floor.
Someone's been dragged along the floor, along that corridor that way there.
Right. Well, what do we want to do here. This isn't really my area, infiltration. Do we want to just stick to the right? Go, follow the wall to the right. Go in every door. Take out everyone that we see, or just head straight. Follow the blood.
Following the blood could be good because that could be Gary's brother, potentially, or someone else I've taken prisoner. Doesn't matter. We can save him. Eyeless. Did you hear anything whilst listening out?
Yes, there's people playing cards in there, and there's creaking of wood. Would I have been able to ascertain how many people were in that room playing cards? Do I reckon it's just two, or
2, you think, as far as you can tell.
there's possibly two, maybe possibly three in that room? And the creaking, did I get the is it just creaking of water, or is there a sort of background of water and
It was just that one creak, as though someone was walking along a wooden floor,
right.
and then one of the boards creaked, and the rest remained quiet.
There's possibly somebody patrolling.
She just looks so put
I
out.
suggest we take these people out.
Well,
Otherwise, they will be behind us.
right, yeah, I agree with that, but it sounds like it's a break room. So if it's cards he can hear, also there might be a lot of people eating what he can't hear.
I'm fairly certain I would have been able to hear that.
I don't know about you, but I probably make more noise eating than I do playing cards.
And if I could hear the shuffling of cards, I'm certainly going to be able to hear somebody eating.
If they like eat bread, or it's really soft and you can't really hear them chew it.
Trust me, Klein, I can always tell when you're eating.
That's not freaky at all, Quarantine.
Well, it's quite obvious, really, because all the blood goes everywhere.
Are you breaking in here, Captain? Clearing it out?
I think so.
Righto. And obviously as quietly as we can.
Okay. Make yourself some stealth checks then for me, please.
I don't know what dice to use. I don't want to use one what's been really good.
Oh, lovely.
And she was still got pass.
Yeah, it's an hour.
Still got past for that trace. It's not been an hour, so.
Because I've got see invisibility active, have I seen anything in this corridor that would have
Nope.
triggered me? Okay, cool.
22 for me.
22. So, Aldous?
23.
Okay, cool. Phineas?
14 off a natural one.
Oof. Okay, Quarantine?
19.
Okay. Eyeless?
20.
Okay. Kirkin?
17.
17. Okay. And then Black?
39.
39.
Is that a natural 20?
No, that was a 19. I get 40 if I had a natural 20.
I'm assuming you would
Vulcan?
have pointed out if there's anything magical, sorry.
18.
Yeah, I would have. 18. Okay. As you're approaching, Eyeless, you hear... Mate, you're just hearing things again. Fucking... Just play.
And sort of Eyeless is in a monologue is like, oh, if only you knew what he's about to come down upon you.
With us being that close to the door, will we hear that?
Yeah, you can just about hear it.
Direction? From inside the bank?
Somewhere around here.
Behind the door.
Well,
Okay.
it's to the right as you go in.
Are there any... There's no, like, portcullises or, like, bad windows in the doors, are there?
No, they're just wooden doors. Maybe a little bit warped, but they fill the gaps.
Try picking it again, Lack, or see if it's locked.
I'll go down and check to see if it's locked.
Investigation check, rather.
8.
8. You kind of start investigating it, and the door just kind of starts to creak open in front of you.
And I'll just point at Klein and just tell him to go in.
And then I'll look at everybody and literally just do like 1, 2, 3, or 3, 2, 1, and then I burst in and go to the right.
Yeah, what's that? And as you...
I'll go up.
I can't see what's up now.
Okay, as you burst in, I'll just move you back a little bit. Fine.
You moved
So,
yourself.
as you burst in, I'd like you all to roll initiative for me, please.
Woohoo!
And then,
Bloody
whilst
hell.
I just get my polygon reveal going.
I rolled above a 10 on initiative.
I haven't.
No, me. Bear with me 1 sec.
And I'm interested to see if I move myself onto a table or something, they'll just ran straight into somebody.
No, she wants to go on her bed. So what I'm going to do is put this over here.
Okay, so
One of her beds.
as you're bursting in, I just need to minimize you guys, bring this over here. Running counter, auto roll. Okay, so quarantine,
Four.
big star, Eyeless,
19.
19, very nice. Lack,
16.
16. Phineas,
Yes.
19.
Really
19.
sorry that we have a very elderly
Fine.
dog who requires assistance.
That's okay. Klein,
Sorry, 19.
blimey, you guys rolled well. Vulcan,
Mr. Balkan.
You're muted.
More.
3, he said he had to go AFK. It's in the
Okay.
general chat.
Aldris,
6.
and Kirkin,
16.
16. Right. Okay, so
Can you move Balkan to my shoulder again? Please,
Yeah, I
as he
will.
can? Just so I know that we've got him on there.
okay, Eyeless, you're up first. Also, set the scene, Klein. You burst into the room, turn to your right, and you see this table with two people. Kind of one person sat watching the cards. The other guy's just gotten up and started walking towards the door. You can see a few more doors down the corridor to your left, as well as a wooden wall on the inside of this room. So, Eyeless, you're up first. What do you want to do?
I can see that Klein's gone in and gone right towards there. So if I can see the corridor, I'm going to run down here, because I'm very conscious of us getting flanked. Do I see anything?
You just see a set of doors going down before you reach the stone wall.
Okay, I'm going to move to... Yeah, I'm going to stay
10,
here
15,
and...
20, 25, 30. You dashing to get there?
Hang on, where did it start? 5, 10, 15.
Because you were, I believe you were there next to Aldris.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep.
Okay. And then I am going to hold a first level guiding bolt if either of these two cretins try to attack us.
Okay. They are drawing their weapons, so. Is that all for you, Eyeless?
Yeah, that's all for me for the moment.
Okay. Klein, you're up next.
Who's the biggest one?
This lad's looking pretty chunky.
Okay. I rage and go, oops! Sorry about that, folks. Looks like I've not come to the correct door. Looking for the toilet, and just ran straight up to him and smack him.
Roll an attack for me, please.
Ha! First roll, natural 20.
Yay!
Nice.
God, I feel sorry for these guys.
This is with my
Yeah,
great
that definitely
axe, 'cause
hits.
My thing is on my back.
Hit-
What is it?
Hit me with the damage.
Having the
Mine
correct.
just cars a lowly guarding you by accident.
Oh, that's not too bad. So that's 10 on the dice. So that's 20. Plus 4, which is 14, plus another 2 because of my Rajay. So 26 for the first hit.
26 points of damage. Brutal. So you run up and just carve a gash across this guy's chest before he's even had a chance to attack.
Oh, sorry about that. He seemed to slip as I go in for a second one.
Okay.
That's an actual 17. Jesus
What's the
Christ.
total?
Let me go back up to it. 24.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Roll the damage.
This guy's having a bad day.
And that's 6, 10, 12 points of damage with that
12
one.
points of damage. Brutal. Okay.
Isn't he the one who got
Question is,
told he
though,
was
if
going
this
mad and
guy
he's hearing
was-
things?
This is the guy who's hearing things. So
Sorry.
yes, Kirkham.
No, I was just going to say the same thing as Ash. It depends on them. If this is the guy who was hearing things, or if this guy was telling him who's imagining things. Like, does he clap saying, you're right, or does he clap saying, I fucking told you?
Anything else from you, Klein, or is that all?
No, I've raged using a bonus action. I've used movement I want to. Yeah, staying right in front of him.
Okay, Phineas, you're up.
Okay. Oh god, I'm right at the back. Yeah, I think if I can move all the way, if I can move through 10, 15, 20, 25.
Just about reached the door with your movement.
30.
Because you'd have to go around 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, that's perfect.
And just an FYI, I've done all of that with a tiny crab on my shoulder.
Yep. So you can just about get to that corner. Phineas, you can see round and you can see this guy pretty clearly.
Okay, I'll if I can fire past. Actually, I suppose it would probably help. I do have spell sniper, which ignores half cover. Is
That's
Klein
cool.
considered
I was
Yeah.
going to give the guy cover in that case. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you can shoot past Klein perfectly easily.
I ignore Klein.
I really don't want to be that person, but I am 7'1" tall.
Doesn't matter. It's magical.
I'm
Okay.
like, you ever see Wanted where they can curve bullets? I'm like that with my Eldritch Blasts.
James
Like an
McAvoy or
Eldritch
Angelina
Blast
Jolie?
rings off of my-
Okay, so you're shooting Eldritch Blast at this guy. Roll the attacks, please.
Yeah, I'm going to throw a couple. 14 with the first.
That does not hit. It strikes into the wall off to the
15.
side. That does
15
hit.
with the- Oh,
That
okay.
does hit.
And I will just shout, "Get down, Klein! God!" 10 points of force damage.
10 points of force damage. Very nice.
I mean, to be fair, Vinny, you started this round in the room, despite most of us. You magically teleported without the rest of us following you, and you still didn't think to walk around to the side of the guy and just stand right in the front of him.
You're asking Klein to think?
I was about to
I was
insinuate
asking
something
Vinny
similar.
to think.
You expect
Klein
Klein to think?
Klein has been on his utmost best behaviour, looking out for people, and had warrior head mode on and going into battle head mode on for the whole entire trip so far. He gets to fight. He doesn't think about anything.
He's a raging hunk of muscle right now.
Sorry, continue.
Well, that's my turn. Actually, can I? Just thinking, I've got Morris with me, so can I give him instructions with a bonus action? Is that a
I
thing?
believe so. I believe that's how the familiar works.
Yeah. doesn't really say.
As a familiar, I believe he can't actually attack.
Unless you take an implication. So yeah.
Yeah, mine can.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Back to the chain familiar.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, he can attack, but only in place of one of my attacks, which is...
Yeah, there's an invocation you can also take that allows you to attack as a bonus action with him.
Oh, okay. Well, can I just tell him to look around with a bonus action?
Yeah, you can tell him to do that. You can also use the help action from a familiar as a bonus action. With your bonus action, rather.
Oh. So, okay. I'd never considered that. Yeah, I mean, we're only, like, how far into this campaign? And I haven't used...
Only 5 levels.
Yeah, I haven't used my familiar in any way other than to speak in a parrot voice. Okay, well, I will ask him to have a little look around then, just to sort of fly down here. You said there's...
It's just doorways. They're all closed. Doors are all closed down here.
Okay. Well, he can stay there and warn us if anything comes out.
Okay. Anything else from you, Phineas?
No, that will do. Thank you.
Okay. It's this guy's turn, and he just yells, "Intruders!" as he draws his scimitar and daggers and goes to start hacking away at Klein.
How did we get in?
In through the window.
Intruder window.
His first swing goes wide, and his scimitar embeds in the table next to him. He's not able to get it out, so he comes back, draws his 2 daggers, and goes in to try and stab you. The first one was in that one. So, next one, that is a 19 to hit you, Klein.
One above my AC.
I blap him with my
Doesn't get a sneak attack die. Okay, you take 7 points of piercing damage.
3.
Yep, if you're raging.
Oh, stop it! That tickles.
And then that's a 16 to hit with the second one.
That misses.
Okay, he gets a clean stab into you, but clearly not doing very much. Not doing as much as he'd hoped.
If you're gonna hit me, hit me. If not, just stop it.
So, Ilis, one of them has attacked.
Yeah. So I'm gonna blap the other one that's behind Klein. Or do you want to hit the one that's attacking Klein?
You said that you were going to you're holding your action for when they attacked you.
Okay.
And that guy's very clearly attacking. The other one's still kind of getting ready.
He's gonna get
Still
blapped.
standing up. Okay. We will have a little bit of cover from Klein's position, but roll to hit.
23.
23. That hits even with that, even with the cover. So roll your damage for your guiding bolt.
Okay, yeah, that'll do. 11, 14, 16. 16 points of radiant damage.
How do you guys do this? Okay, big blast. And he kind of staggers back. He's clearly not doing okay. He's looking real bad, actually. Okay, Kirkin, you're up.
You're also muted.
Muted.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of days.
That's fair.
Is Dan scuttling off somewhere intentionally?
That's not Dan. That's Morris.
Oh, that's Morris. Sorry.
Yep.
I see
you
Dan
can't
now, yeah.
quite reach there, Kirkin. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can get to in between Ilis and Phineas.
Grand. So I will just get there, and then there's not really anything I can do in terms of spell casting that won't create a huge amount of noise. So I will just wait.
Okay. Okay. Lack, you're up.
I'm going. Seeing as that guy is looking really bad, I'm going to fly over here, drop down, and attack this woman. How high are
Okay.
the ceilings, by the way?
Pardon?
How high are the ceilings?
Probably about 10 foot at most.
Okay.
It's not super cramped, but it's not exactly spacious.
I was just thinking more about getting out of because I don't disengage, but I do my bit and fly away. So I just want to make sure that it was able to do that. Okay, so I stab her first.
Okay.
That's a 27 to hit.
You won't get sneak attack on this.
I do because of my fancy foot.
Because you've got fancy footwear. Yeah, okay. Cool.
So that's
Roll your damage.
That's that. That's that. Oh, very good. 3, 4, 5, 6. 11 points of piercing damage and 8 points of necrotic. 7 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. You stab your dagger into her chest, and she's just planted against the chair, bleeding out, with the wound experiencing necrosis from the dagger, dead in one strike.
Oh, okay. Well, then can I turn the other guy and shoot him with my bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have the crossbow expert feats here, I assume?
Yes. So I'll
Yeah,
just
you can do
turn
that
the
then.
other guy and shoot at him instead. Oh, that's only a 12, so no.
No, that doesn't hit.
Then I will, for the rest of my movement, move to about here.
Yep, okay. Okay.
That's me.
Okay. Aldris, your turn.
Oh, right, okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And
Yep.
what's the range on that? 60 feet, that's okay. I will cast Toll the Dead on this dude.
Okay.
So he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
That's a 16.
16. Save is 15, so he makes it. Oh well.
Okay. Okay.
That's it, it's my go.
You hear a door swing open. 15, 20. Okay. She kind of looks down the corridor, and Eyeless is the first person she sees. So she pulls out her crossbow. She's not noticed the parrot just yet. Pulls out a crossbow and shoots you, Eyeless, with a 13 to hit.
That does not hit.
Right. A crossbow bolt kind of plinks off your armor from that direction.
It just looks down, looks up, looks down.
As you look up again, the other door swings open. The other one kind of runs out and turns and takes a swing at Aldris.
Oh, hello.
That's a 20 to hit you, Aldris.
Absolutely.
Dealing 3 points of slashing damage.
3 points. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let's make a Constitution saving throw.
Yep. DC will be 10.
Natural 20. 21.
You're fine. Okay. Quarantine, you're up.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I reach this woman?
Probably not, because you've got the corner of the wall there. With
I'm
Aldris
thinking
in between
melee
you.
spell attack.
Yeah, no. With the wall and Aldris there, it's going to be very tricky. I might
Okay,
give her
I'll go there
cover,
then.
but from there you're fine.
Okay, and then I'm going to reach out and zap her with a shocking
Reach
grasp.
out and touch me. Okay, roll the attack for me, please. You don't have advantage. She's not
14.
wearing metal. That hits. Roll your damage. It's B.
13 points of damage. And she's not allowed to take any reactions.
She certainly won't be taking any reactions
Just
anymore.
a quick heads up: Miss D has a power cut.
Okay. Good timing. But we'll take a break up this fight. Anything else, Quarantine?
Nope. I can't really do
Okay.
anything with my.
Can I
Vulcan.
just ask a question, Jade?
Yeah?
Didn't someone fire a guiding bolt at that guy, which meant my attack on him should have had advantage?
Yes, it should have. My apologies.
That's all right. Let me just try one more then.
I'll let you re-roll another one.
Oh, that's a 24 this time.
Yep, that definitely hits.
Right, so that means that I wouldn't have cast on him.
Yeah, it's... Yeah, I needed
Tell you
to
what,
mark that down. I
Let's
apologise.
leave that. Let's leave that and say the next person who attacks has advantage.
Yep, that's okay.
Because otherwise,
Yeah,
you've
we'll
got
leave
to
it there.
unwind so many different things.
Yeah. Vulcan.
Not sure if Vulcan's back yet.
No, I don't think he is back, but I would suggest that Balkan would probably hop off my shoulder onto his and try and nip him in the ear.
Yeah, that's what I was going to assume, so I'm going to go find the crab stat block.
Rip his ear roll off.
Yeah.
As I reached out and zapped the guy in front of me, I just sort of looked back at Iris and just sort of smirk.
And I will just say, yeah, we make a great team. As you're sticking right next to me.
This is going to be fucking hilarious if he hits.
Yeah, I've just got visions of Balking basically putting his one claw up the guy's nose and clipping, and then grabbing his ear and trying to rip his ear off.
He'll just pull his brains out of his nose.
Does he hit?
He's
So,
crit, isn't
roll
he?
with advantage. One was a natural 1, the other one was 15. This guy's armor class is 15.
Awesome.
It deals 1 damage. He had 1 health left.
Excellent.
And can I
Crap
give
kill.
this a bit of flavour? Can I say that Klein would, as he sees this happening, would lean a hand out in front of the bloke, ready for Balkan to jump back on.
Yeah.
As he goes down.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Ilis, it's your turn.
Right. Can I sidle in between these two?
Yeah, you can certainly see between the two. You can
No,
potentially
I
push your
mean-
way through.
I'm going to push my way past.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you might get breasts in your face, but yeah.
Hey, don't touch my breasts.
And then he's basically going to run down the corridor, and essentially, sort of, you'll just see him sort of spin and very sort of artistically pirouette, and just swing the sensor out and twat this person in the face.
Okay. Roll the attack.
Would help if I had that. That's a 17.
17, that hits. Roll the damage.
Cool. So that's 2d8. That's 7 and an 8. Okay, yeah, that's 15 points of damage.
There you go. Okay. So, we're now out of initiative, and we're going to take a quick break to give Debbie a chance to get back. So,
And Vulcan as well. So,
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
so we'll take
you,
a
alright.
quick break. And we will be right back after these sponsors.
Yeah.
Well,
and I'll be
Maybe not
right back
sponsors.
myself.
but yeah. Welcome back. We'll jump straight back in. Jade.
Okay, so as the room kind of quietens with all of the bandits dead on the floor,
Well, not all of them. Oh, that
but one of them dead
Okay.
on the chair. Yeah, I forgot to mark that one. Eyeless brained her with the
Gotcha.
sensor. He censored her, if you will. So, what would you like to do?
Seeing as this bloke, who I initially went to, seemed a little bit harder to kill, can I just rifle through his pockets to see if he has any information or anything?
Yeah, make an investigation check for me then, please.
Anything flashing up with my detect magic?
Nope.
I could do a quick spin around the room and check the doors that the other people come out of as well.
Can I
Take
check
you
Yeah,
now.
I'll just
the one in front of me to see if they've got any keys for any doors?
make some investigation checks then.
I got 12.
12. The rest of the rooms are empty, save for some very dirty-looking beds.
I got 13.
13. You find, looking at that one, 2 gold coins in
Excellent.
a pocket.
And some
Oh,
very
happy.
frizzy hair.
Go on,
Eyeless.
Captain.
Sorry. Keep him. Klein, you were investigating the guy as well.
Yes, 12.
12. You find 11 gold pieces.
Ooh, okay.
I'm going to lift this one back into the room and put them back in bed,
Okay.
and then rifle through their pockets.
Investigation check then, please.
While I do that, so that's a natural 16 plus nothing. So 16.
16. You find 10 gold coins.
Nice.
I'll probably pick my one up and be like, we need to hide these bodies. Where can we hide them?
In the bedrooms.
There's bedrooms in here?
There's bedrooms here, Klein.
Ah, wait.
I just would have put this person back in the head, and the side of the head that I'd sort of brain them with the sensor, and I just put them sort of with that side down on the pillow, and then just tuck them in.
I'd do that and go to the
So
door.
you guys can do that nice and easily.
Can I just have a little look in the bedroom, see if there's any valuables and things in here?
Make an investigation check.
22.
You find a note on one of them.
What? Sorry?
You find a note on one of them.
A note. Cool. What does the note say?
It's written and it says, "Don't leave the fucking dot key in the armory again. This is your final warning." It looks a lot like Kai's handwriting.
Right. Rather convenient noted. If the room, I'll just come out and talk to Quarantine and Aldris. If the room we couldn't get in before was the dock, there may well be a key in the armory.
Right.
There's a sort of flash a note.
Do I know
Eyeless
where
is your...
the armory is?
Make a history check. Eyeless, you're walking out. You see this small crab on the floor, just kind of struggling.
I
On
flip
its
off
back?
my back and I'm trying to spin like I do talking.
It's not happening.
4.
So with my foot, I'll just nudge him so he does spin.
You start spinning, Vulcan. It's great.
If crabs could go wee, he would.
As I was walking out, and got there, I would have done a bit of a hearing test and looking down. I need my right thing to. How do I ping?
If you're on
Hold it
select, click and hold.
I'll be looking down that way
Make
and hearing
make
anything
perception
else.
check.
Perception, I think it's +4, so 12 again.
12. Quiet.
Okay.
You can see another one of those stains on the floor. Down at the bottom of the door.
Sounds all quiet to me, Eyeless.
Yes, well, it was all quiet before these cretins came out, wasn't it? Although we're making rather more noise than I would like.
I still have parts of that trace up, so...
Yeah.
If I see Klein running off, I'll try and wipe my stuff. He's not going to leave me here, is he?
You just about to get up
tell you what,
onto your feet.
I just thought you were staying there because I moved, so I will make a perception check to see if I have noticed you off my shoulder.
Yeah, make a perception check, see if you can see if Vulcan's still with you.
+4, 13.
Your ears haven't been pinched in a while.
Oh crap! I think I've lost Balkan. Balkan.
Crap. Okay.
Balkan. And I'll just kind of scuttle back in. Oh, there you are. Pick him up, put him on my shoulder again, and then walk back out.
Clap on.
I'm just going to tidy
Okay.
the table up so it doesn't look like people were abruptly stopped while playing cards.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
I don't think it's going to matter in this place because it's pretty dirty.
Okay. So,
Um,
where would you guys like to go next?
Which way, Captain? Down or right?
Oh, what was that history check, Aldris?
4.
Or you've never been here before?
Obviously the wrong barracks.
It was
You know
down-
nothing, Aldris Benoit.
Was it down here that I heard the creak before?
Yes, it was.
There may be a patrol. I did hear some. There's a creak as if somebody walked over a floorboard.
Lack, do you want to do your thing?
Yes, Captain. And I'll go down to the door and I'll check for traps.
Any magical
Okay.
things?
Lack.
Uh,
traps.
Guidance.
No, not here.
Can I
Nothing
assist?
magical in range.
Can I assist with checking for traps?
Yeah, you certainly can. You can both get up to this door. Also, that
Let's
you'll have
roll
to be there.
individually because your investigation check will be much better than mine.
I have guided the Lacinator.
Especially as I got a natural 1 for 3.
Phineas, as you're kind of inspecting it, your memory. Oh,
Who
who was that? Was that James? James.
James.
So,
Apparently, the blackout is affecting both Ireland and Scotland now.
This is what happens.
No, James probably just accidentally pressed the wrong button.
No,
They
that was
probably
weird.
went
I was
blind.
rolling the dice and it just disconnected and shut down.
How bizarre.
That was really weird.
We are in
Tau
Alcazar,
Hazar.
yeah. Tau Hazar. Tau Hazar.
Tal Hazar.
So I got, with the thing, I got a 5 in total.
so you're kind of looking at it like it seems fine to you. Phineas, memories are starting to come back. You kind of look and you can see the trigger for what you would assume to be some kind of gas trap.
Oh, Black. There, you see the trigger?
And with Phineas pointing it out, you can see it.
Yes, Captain. Then I will pick the lock, avoiding the trigger.
Okay, make a thieves' tools check for me, please.
13. I'm
13.
much luck with these rolls today.
Okay. It's not budging. This lock is difficult.
I cannot do this, Captain. It is not my day. I think I need some new tools.
We'll make sure we get some for you as soon as possible. What do we do about this door now?
I can make a go of it, Captain.
Please, have a go. Just be careful, and I'll point out the trap trigger.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Perfect.
All right. Make a thieves' tools
Was that a
check. with
guidance as well? I saw there. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So that.
Whilst they're doing that, can I again just look down the corridor in front of me where the blood trail is and
No,
listen
make
out
another
again?
perception check.
3, 11, 10.
10.
It's even worse than me.
No, this ain't getting open.
The door, the locks down here, Captain, are just amazingly complicated. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Lack?
I would. Maybe, Captain, if we just knock on the door.
You can attempt if you wish. Reattempt if you wish.
Oh, okay, I'll reattempt.
How can we
Okay.
have two rogues and neither of them can unlock a fucking lock?
I'm not a
Granted,
rogue.
one is magical. Oh, you're not?
You have a
No.
rogue.
I'm a cleric.
18,
Oh. 16, by the way, for that perception.
so 19 this time.
He's just a slightly shady cleric, is all.
You kind of look at it again, like, and you're able to kind of get it, and it flicks open perfectly fine.
Ah, you must have loosened it, Mr. Aldris.
You're very welcome, Mr. Lack. Your skills are obviously very superior.
Flying, as you kind of look down the corridor, there's nobody coming.
Can't hear anybody or any doors opening up. But
No.
that's where we came from. Cool.
Klein.
I've just
Well,
realised
okay.
not everybody can see my radius, so they're wandering out
Ah.
of it.
Hang on, I will have a look at that in a moment.
And I was just going to ask as well for when I move. Can you make it so I can move Balkan just for today, just so I can keep him with me?
Yeah, I can do.
Please. And then Dan, just let me know if Oh, he's moved to Eyeless.
All you blue people look the
Oh,
same.
that's the pirate.
All of you
Sorry.
blue people look the same.
Wrong blue person.
Let me just make sure that that's not the building.
I've got to now Google whether crabs have colour perception. These are the sort of things you Google while you play.
Yeah, hang on. Right, okay, hold on. So, Aldris is radius. Oh, hang on. There we go. See. Does everyone see that? Yeah.
Yay.
Okay, and then Vulcan. Controlled by Klein.
Crabs
Yeah.
are sensitive to ultraviolet light, which is why I can't tell the two violet people apart.
So you open the doors and you see this rather cluttered room filled with boxes. The ceiling kind of opens up about 20 feet up in here, and you can just see boxes and barrels and crates everywhere. You see more smears of what you now know to be blood across the floor, as well as a set of stairs going up here and a set of stairs going down over here.
I'd fly over here and just have a look there and see if I can see anything.
Okay.
I'm going to sweep around with my detect magic still on.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me just sort out the flyboy. You see a staircase leading up to a doorway.
Okay.
Quarantine, make a perception check for me, please.
9.
9. Right, okay. And Eyeless, make a perception check for me, please.
I think you're muted, Ash.
30.
30. Okay. How long does the invisibility last for?
An hour.
An hour. Okay. As you come in and you look, as you start to look around, you can see a figure stood kind of perched on one of the boxes up here, watching you. You can't make out details, but they're watching you, and they're very clearly invisible. So nobody else has noticed them.
I didn't see a ping to where that was. Did you
No,
think
me
that?
either.
Oh, hang on. There.
Right, okay. And are they clearly paying attention to us?
They're kind of they're you can't really see their eyes, but they're just kind of watching. Their head is turning to each of you.
I'm just going to turn and look straight at them and smile.
As you kind of look at them and smile, they are going to leap out towards you. I'd like you to all to roll initiative for me, please.
Yay.
Oh, bloody hell.
So these guys get advantage.
So close. It was nearly a natural 20 for initiative.
Okay, so you guys are rolling it on the sheets. That's all good. In fact, I can go do that for Kirkin as well. Oof.
Do it on
Is that filling Kirkin's? Yeah. Okay. Eyeless. Oh, no, yours has just gone through. Klein and Balkin. That's all I'm left for.
You're muted, Dan, by the way, and 15 for Klein.
Klein. Balkin,
No,
make
that's
sure you're
fine.
rolling with the crab stats as well.
Yeah, he's got a
And what did you get?
17.
17. Cool. Okay. So, top of the round, the figures turn. As you can see them, they don't get the advantage from the invisibility, but they are going to make a couple of attacks against you.
Take it. Attack
Iris.
visibility drops.
You'll see.
Okay.
Or we won't. We don't know.
Mhm.
Okay, first attack against you, Iris. It's a 22 to hit.
That hits. My AC's 20.
Okay. As I can tell that you can see them. That is 7 points of slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're going to go for a second attack. That is a 20 to hit.
20 is my armor class.
Okay, so that still hits. They slash at you and then they kind of reach in to bite at some of the exposed skin on your neck.
Oh.
Okay. You take... So you take 9 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
You also take 3 points of necrotic damage, and your hit point maximum is reduced by 3.
Not a bloody vampire.
Haven't had this for a while, boys and girls, and everyone else.
Good save.
And at this point, the magic around them stops shimmering, and you can see this figure. They're very clearly, they look dead. Their skin is pale and washed out. Their eyes are red. Their hair is ragged, and inside their mouth, after they've just bitten from eyelids, dripping with blood, you can see lots of triangular, razor-sharp teeth, almost circular in the mouth. It's very unusual.
Question for all of us, PM.
Mm-hmm.
Who's seen a vampire before? If we have.
You probably have seen vampires before, but these don't look like vampires you've seen before.
Does it?
You will have encountered a couple of vampires out on the seas. They
Okay.
sail for Vorazon.
Would these teeth be reminiscent of the little worms that we encountered on the island?
You can make a nature check.
Cool. I'll do that. Probably not with that roll.
What did you get?
Nature. 3.
You're a bit busy to really start be thinking about that at the moment. Phineas,
Yes.
as you're kind of turning around, seeing this happening to Eyeless, you suddenly feel these arms grab around you. You're now grappled.
Okay.
And does a... Yeah, you're grappled because I rolled a nat 20 on the attack for that. Does a 22 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. You take 7 points of piercing damage, as well as 5 points of necrotic damage, and your hit point maximum is reduced by that 5. As you see another one appear holding on to you. Hang on, I don't call this grappled. Actually, no.
You might want to move Kirkham down into the room.
Yes, I will do. I'll assume Kirkham's going to fill in that space there. How high up are you, Lack?
I'd be probably 20 foot. I'd be right below the ceiling.
Okay.
And a 20-foot vampire grabs you from the ceiling.
Okay. Lack, it's your turn. You hear this going on behind you.
Yeah, I'd spin around, see the captain being attacked, and I'd go straight to here and then drop down and stab this thing.
Okay. Roll to attack.
Do I get advantage for flanking?
Not when it's grappling, Phineas.
Okay.
But you will still get sneak attack because both Phineas and Aldris are within range.
Oh, I missed that, but I'm going.
No, that doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
You try shooting it with my bonus action. That's better. 22.
22, that definitely hits.
Okay, so that's two of them, one of them, and one of that. So that's 2, 4, 5, 10. 10 points of piercing damage, and no, that's wrong. 2, 4, 5, 6 points of piercing damage, and 4 points of poison damage.
Did that include your sneak attack?
Yes, I rolled terribly.
Okay, so
Bloody
that was
hell.
6 piercing, and how much was the rest?
4 points of poison. I got a
Okay.
2, 2, and a 1 on my d6s.
That was number C, yeah. Okay.
And then I'll again go up, as usual. Death from above.
Very cool. Okay. So that is Lax's turn. Phineas, you're up. You're being grappled by this hideous creature that's just trying gnashing at your neck.
Right. Okay. I will bonus action. Which one was it? Zoop. Zoop.
Aha.
Zoop.
Tentacly.
Tentacle. And that will make an attack with a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And that does 10 points of cold damage.
Very nice. That's your bonus action.
And that's my bonus. And then I will try and maneuver my hands as they're grappled to get some sort of touch on this creature and cast Shocking Grasp.
Okay. You can
Yeah.
roll a spell attack for me, please.
Bloop. Natural 20!
Very nice.
My captain, my captain.
Zerp. Only 15 points of lightning
15
damage.
points of lightning damage. Very nice.
Is that double
Okay.
for you?
Yeah.
Did you roll that with the crit damage?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you must have rolled low then.
Yeah, I did roll low. 1725 is
Oof.
what it rolled.
Okay. Anything else from you, Phineas?
That's all I can do.
Can I
Okay.
ask a quick clarification, Jay? With crossbow
Yeah.
expert, when I use my hand crossbow with my bonus attack, do I get to add my bonus to it?
Is it classed as 2-weapon fighting? No, you don't.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Unfortunately.
That's what I've got down at the moment, but I just wanted to check.
If you don't hit with your first attack, however, you would still get sneak attack on it.
Yes.
We got that. That was all good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Quarantine, you're up. With Vulcan preparing.
Okay. Did the vampire or the for lack of better word, vampire, when Phineas Shocking grasped it, did it look like it was effective?
Seemed to affect it.
Okay. Then I will pop up to this lady.
Yeah.
Go. Hello, darling. Give us a kiss. And then grab her on the shoulder and Shocking grasp her.
Okay. Roll the attack.
14.
Doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Maybe
It dodges
they,
out and bites at your hand.
Okay.
Anything else from your quarantine?
Nope.
Okay. Balkan with Klein preparing, please.
Okay, question for the PM.
Yep.
To revert out my wild shape form as a bonus action,
Uh-huh.
to go into a wild shape as a bonus action, can you go into a different wild shape from a wild shape, or do you have to revert to normal form?
Let me have a look at the rulings on wild shape, and I'll let you know. Let's have a look.
I mean, Dan knows, but Balkan doesn't.
Are you going into Inception shape?
Yeah, do I have to go through like the middle shape?
I think you do, but
Can a crab do the incantation to turn into another?
See, I would say that you can wild shape into a different form because you can use a bonus action to extend the features, extend the duration that you have. So I'd say yeah, you can wild shape from one form to a different one.
Okay, so still very aware I'm on top of Klein. I will wild shape into a giant squid.
Giant squid. How big are you then?
You absolute peni.
How big is giant squid? Is that large?
Giant octopus, sorry. Yeah, it's a large creature.
Okay.
Can I
Klein,
make
make a either a dex save or a strength save.
It's definitely going to be a strength save. Fuck me.
I mean, if you ask him nicely, he's got 8 tentacles.
You're quite lucky. 24.
24. Okay.
And if that's one of my good rolls for this fight, I blame you entirely.
Okay. As this happens, you instinctively just push Balkan off to the side.
Oh no, behind me or something. Not in.
No, that's fine.
I rolled it randomly.
So I've got 10 feet of movement as an octopus.
Yeah.
So I will go to there-ish. It's hard with a large creature. And then I'll attack that vampire thing.
You can
because
probably reach about there.
I have a 15 foot
If you're
reach.
there, so it'd be 5, 10.
Okay. Can I still reach?
You can reach both vampires. Yep. Well,
I'll
both.
attack the one that's attacking Eyeless. That's why
Okay.
I come over.
Roll the attack.
Reach one target. +5. That is a 15 to hit.
That hits. Roll your damage.
2, 6, 5, 8. 10 points of bludgeoning, and it is grappled.
Okay, they're grappled. Very nice.
If the target is a creature.
Yes. Be very worried if something isn't a creature and isn't an object, because then it's nothing. Okay.
And then, just with a spare tentacle, I'll just reach out behind me, just tickle, climb under the chin.
Okay. Anything else from you, Vulcan?
Oh, that's me.
Okay, Klein, you're up.
So Klein will say this as disappointedly as Fiddy really is right now. Look to his shoulder and go, oh, I was going to tell you something then, and look, it was meant to be really cool. And then, well, if you'll allow this as well, PM, I did have the movement to get to the vampire next to Eyeless and Celeste, as the other one is surrounded by shit.
Yeah, I'll say that you can kind of reach that because Phineas is being pulled up against this crate, so that's not an incredibly difficult bit to pass through. That's not a problem.
Okay, cool. So I will do that then. And Klein, having seen them, not necessarily having fought them, having possibly seen them on the seas, will get a little bit confused about the law, and then you can see his thought process going, and then he'll like go, right guys, silver definitely hurts them, and pull out his trident and goes to stab it in the heart.
Roll an attack for me, please.
I'm assuming it's with advantage as it's grappled.
You have advantage because it's kind of flanked and grappled here.
I'm helping you flank it. You're welcome.
What one shall I go for that one?
I will just quickly go check. Going back to this.
If anyone's going to help with some flanking, it's going to be Corrente.
The target's also restrained whilst it's grappled, so yeah, you have advantage.
Okay, so 24 for the first hit.
That definitely hits.
Again, going for the heart in its silver. So Klein thinks this is just fucking magical, by the way. Let's have a look. Where are your dice? There. It's quite poorly, so that's... I've done it again, haven't I? What a dickwad. 7 points, because I didn't rage or anything, so I don't get the bonus.
7 points of damage.
For the first one, that is magical bludgeoning damage. So I'm just going to read something. No, okay, I was just reading something on the weapon. Oh, yeah, and the second one with that. Looking quite confused that it didn't do anything.
You
Roll your
can't
second
rage
attack.
between shots, you know.
Yes, I do know.
Okay.
24 again, a 17 with that.
Yeah, 17 points of damage, you say?
On the... no, 17 to hit.
You hit. You hit.
24 to hit, sorry, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll a different d8 because that one rolled really low. That one rolled better. So that is 11 points of pierce damage.
Very nice.
And just... Yeah, that's all I'm going to do, actually.
Okay.
Um,
Aldris, you're up with Eyeless preparing.
You know, Captain, I really don't remember this place being quite this dangerous. And I'm going to twist the ring on my finger
Everyone's on stuff.
and hold it up and call upon Arala to make these horrible undead creatures go away and cast Turn Undead.
Okay. I'm going to cast Turn Undead.
Yep.
Okay. So, how does that work? Is that
So that works. Each undead that can see or hear me within 30 feet of me must make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom
It'll be a
saving
wisdom
throw?
save of 15, I believe.
Does all just turn himself?
Who says I'm undead?
14
you're
for the
not?
one. 14 for the one holding on to Phineas,
Okay.
and 16 for the one kind of getting the hot people special
Okay.
over here.
So the one that passed, which was the 16, nothing happens. If the one that failed, if it's a CR half or lower, which I don't imagine it is, it's instantly destroyed. But a turned creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from me as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me. It also can't take reactions. For its action,
Okay.
it can use only the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving.
Okay.
If there's nowhere to move, the creature can then use the dodge action. So, and it's turned for 1
Does that
minute
mean it lets me go?
or until it takes any damage.
Okay. Anything else from your Aldris?
That's my action. Bonus actions. I haven't really got any bonus actions, so yeah, no, that's it. Actually, will I move? No, I think I'll stay. Actually, I'm just gonna move. Yeah, it can't take reaction, so yeah, I'll go there.
Okay. Eyeless, you're up with me preparing for Kirkham.
Right. What am I gonna do, bugger? I knows what he's gonna do. Right. So Iris is going to turn, and I'm going to use my channel divinity. It's the Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay.
Um,
What's the radius on that?
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay. Invisible to everybody. There we are. Lots of circles on my screen.
Yay! We're a Venn diagram.
Yay!
Okay. So what does that do for them?
So, so the sphere of twilight emanates from you. The sphere is centered on you and has a 30-foot radius. It's filled with dim light, and the sphere moves with me. So it lasts for a minute or until I'm incapacitated or die. Whenever a creature, including myself, ends its turn in the sphere, I can grant one of two benefits, which is 1d6 plus 5 temporary hit points, or I can choose to end one effect on it, causing it to be charmed or frightened.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Right, this is going to betray us all and stop the vampire from being frightened. Mwahaha.
It's a thought, I suppose.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I am just going to sort of prod and inspect my wound.
It's nasty. It's still bleeding.
That's it. But I'm going to do my 1d6 temporary hit points. So I get 10 temporary hit points.
Okay. So, Kirkland's turn. Let's see if I can do this appropriately. Kirkland can't really see around. So Kirkland's going to move up to Phineas, seeing that he took a nasty hit, and he's going to cast a Cure Wounds on you.
Oh, thank you.
Wisdom. 6 points of healing.
Lovely. Thank you.
But your hit point reduction still persists. And that's going to be all that Kirkham does, I believe. Just going to check for bonus actions. Okay. Right. So, top of the round, me with Lack preparing. Okay. So, this one is going to let go of Phineas. Kind of its eyes going wide at the golden shimmer from Aldris. And 5, 10, 15, 20. Climbs up onto the barrel and leaps up onto the ceiling. 25, 30. And then it uses its action to dash as well. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You see it crawling across the ceiling, trying to get away from Aldris.
I mean, rude, but I'm sort of used to it.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to roll that one. So this one, between 3, is restrained. Being restrained by this tentacle.
The one that's run off have incurred any attacks of opportunity from people around them.
That's what I was just thinking.
Could have from Phineas and Kirkin. But Kirkin's following Phineas's guide here.
Oh, I was up in the air, wasn't I? So I wouldn't have gotten an attack opportunity.
That was also, the one that was turned.
Yeah.
So this one is going to...
The worm that turned.
Yeah, would I know not to attack it?
That's what I was thinking, but...
Well, I've done this before.
Mm-hmm. You have seen it happen before.
I have done it before and explained how it works, so you would probably, if you remember.
Let me do quick.
I did it on the island with the dead cultists.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I
you
do
remember it.
remember that. So I will refrain. But also, an attack of opportunity has to be a melee attack. I could
Unless
use
Yeah, it
a
has to be a
spell.
melee attack unless you
Unless
have
you got
Warcaster.
Warcaster.
Yeah, which I don't. So I'm not going to be able to quickly get out a dagger to attack it anyway. So
Okay, so this one's going to probably try and swipe at Klein because he's the least armored person here. He's got the most skin on show. At disadvantage.
Are you sure about that? I mean, quarantine is right behind it.
Yeah, but I'm assuming that Klein's not wearing a shirt at all.
I've got like half. Oh, yeah, probably because I've got like half armor, but I do also have a shield.
I'm the most armoured. I've got 8.
If one,
It's
if one-
violently swinging, and you're between it and the thing that's holding onto it. So,
if one blue person tastes good, they all must.
yeah.
They're like blue smarties.
Okay. Unfortunately, that's a 10 to hit you, Klein.
It does miss.
And then it's going to try and bite the tentacle that's grabbing onto it. That's a 12 to hit you, Balkan, in octopus form.
But your armor was 8.
11.
11, so that hits.
Can
You
I?
take 9 points of piercing damage.
Nope.
It's nasty.
You also take. Oh shit! Never mind. Rescind that. Apologies. I've just seen something. No, that's going to be a claw attack. So instead, you take 6 points of slashing damage. Apologies. I've just read something that I missed there.
All
I
good.
did think these guys were being a bit brutal.
Can I
Okay.
use my reaction to make a sentinel attack against that,
Yeah, absolutely.
just to try and get damage on it?
The note.
And that is, scroll back up. 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Cool. Max damage, 10 points of piercing damage.
Very nice. I will note, Eyeless, as you're looking at this thing, the wounds that Klein had initially struck on it seem to be slowly kind of pushing back out and flesh fitting back together. Aldris, does an 18 hit you?
Absolutely.
Okay. As you're kind of standing there looking behind you,
fail then, did it?
suddenly
Did that one succeed on its check?
that one succeeded, yes.
Okay.
So it got an 18. So it comes around behind you and you're
Sure.
grappled. You're not restrained, actually. Sorry, that's the octopus.
9
Is it?
temporary
You kind of-
point line.
You hear a sudden shoof clump of something landing behind you before you're suddenly grabbed and it's going to go in and bite you.
Okay.
That is a 22 to hit you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you take 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And you also take 5 points of necrotic damage,
Okay.
which also reduces your hit point maximum by 5. Okay. Right, Black, you're up with Phineas preparing.
Okay, having seen this one just attack Aldris, I'm going to go over here, drop down, and stabby stab and shooty shooty.
Okay.
First
Roll
attack-
your attacks.
Oh, that was the wrong thing. Sorry. I should have done a dagger first.
Sorry, what was the
Dagger.
first bit of damage there? Okay. So,
The first bit of damage was 9 points of slashing damage, I believe. No, piercing damage.
9 piercing and then 5.
5 necrotic.
Yeah. So
And your hit point maximum is reduced by 5 as well.
Yeah. I'm just trying to work because when I didn't run around. I reduced my max hit point after I put the damage in, so it put
Yeah,
the
I
max
did that.
hit points back up. So, or my current hit points back up. So I'm just trying to work out. 14, 17.
So that's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits. You get your sneak attack.
15 points of piercing damage and 8 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then I'll go pew pew with my.
As you stab in with your dagger, you find that the necrosis that would normally take in the wounds from stabbing with it isn't taking as easily
Oh,
from
okay.
these things.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
I rolled a 16 on my con save, by the way.
Yep, that's all good.
And I get a 12 with the
That second one doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
So then I'll do my usual and back away and go back up in the air.
Okay. Finish, you're up with quarantine preparing.
Okay. So.
Mr. Lack, 10 points. 10. No. No, you actually finished it, so I ignore me.
I finished inside it. How much did I get?
Oh, you get 10. 10 temporary hit points.
10 temporary hit points. Handy.
10 tackle's going to move over there.
Okay.
Take a step at that one. Ooh, 16.
16, that hits.
Cool. And that's 10 points of cold damage.
The 10 tackle gave you 10 tickles.
Very nice.
Can I squeeze past Bulkin like this way? How big?
Yeah, you can do. Kirkin will happily kind of move back for you to get through.
I'm over there, and then I'm just gonna like double hand fire a pair of Eldritch blasts at it as well.
Okay, roll the attacks.
15
That hits.
and 20. So
Both hit. So roll your damage.
11 and 9, so 20.
Very nice.
Lovely.
This
I
one's
just
not
figured
looking
out-
too great now.
Just
After
figure
that
out
barrage.
he's
9
Iron Man.
9 temporary hit points, Mr. Captain.
Oh, excellent, thank you.
Quarantine, you're up with Balkan preparing.
Let me try that again. And I will try and shocking grasp again.
Okay, you have advantage because it's restrained. That
25.
definitely hits. That definitely hits. Roll your damage.
8 points of lightning damage, and they can't take reactions.
Okay. Anything else, Quarantine?
Nope, that's me.
One of only 4
Okay.
and 5 on this bloody dice. 10 temporary hit points for Miss Quarantine.
Thank you.
Okay. Balkan, you're up with Klein preparing, please.
So reading the attack, I think I can only attack the thing that's grappled now. My tentacle attack. I can't change.
Let me go have a look at that.
It says that I can. I can't target another creature, but can I still target the one I'm grappling?
Yeah, I'd say you can just crush it more
All I was
with the
hoping to do is just like
tentacles.
pick it up and then like slam on the floor.
Yeah,
But
that works as well.
Before I do that, I'll spend the first 2 seconds of my round looking at this other tentacle and wondering why I can't control it and why I've suddenly got 9.
Yeah,
And
and then
go,
make your attack against the other one with advantage because you have it restrained.
I think Klein will just turn around to this vampire and go, "Yeah, and we have a Balkan."
and he's been Balkan. That's a non-natural 20.
Yep, that hits. B.
8 points of bludgeoning damage.
8 points of bludgeoning damage. Are your attacks as a creature classed as magical?
I don't think so.
Cool.
It's a druid thing. When you get past a certain level,
It's a wild Circle of the Moon thing.
It just says bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, so it's not magical.
Okay. I'm just going to go quickly check that.
It doesn't say
It's
anything
next
about-
level that you get magical strikes.
Oh, if only Fiddy had asked.
Okay. Anything else, Balkan?
I'll just move a little bit closer. I'll
Yep.
just move down. Oh, doing it on Discord. Keep moving one thing. Just move it into that little gap there.
Okay.
I don't think the floor was
Klein.
magical anyway, because he was bashing her against the floor, wasn't
Klein, you're up with Aldrich preparing.
9 temporary hit points, Mr. Balkin. I've literally only rolled 4s or 5s on this D6.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so I did a roll previous to this PM, if you'll accept it. Obviously, I'm making the mistake of using silver. And obviously 1 to 10 would be that I didn't know, but I rolled a 12. So will you take that as Klein having information on...
I would say
knowing how
that
to-
Klein doesn't really know exactly how to hunt vampires. He's probably not had to hunt them. You
Okay.
probably just have met a couple out in the cities. And definitely not anything like this.
Okay. Oh yeah, you said it's not about like a vampire we've seen before, didn't you?
It's just
With that-
coincidence that I'm using a vampire stat block for this.
No, it's cool. It's cool. So, in that case, can I make a roll to see if I think they're like the things off of the island too?
Did you? I think you made a roll. No, Eyeless made a roll for this. didn't you?
Eyeless did. Yeah.
Make a nature check.
Because I was like right up against those bastards on the island. Come on, dice, don't fail me. 14.
14. Vague similarities. Pale white skin that's rather textureless.
Okay, so in that case, then with this little shitty thing, he's still grappled, yeah, by Balkan.
Yep. It's just been pummeled into the ground by him.
The trident goes back in, and as he does that, the great axe comes out on the fucking head.
Okay, roll the attack. Advantage because it is still restrained.
Yeah. Uh, 21 to hit.
21 hits. Roll the damage.
For the first one, which is that plus that. Wow. Okay. 15 points of damage.
Very nice.
Slashing damage.
Your great axe is magical, yeah?
Yes. And yeah. Okay.
This is
second
looking
attack.
rough now.
Sorry. Natural 19, so like 26.
Yep, that definitely hits.
So one of them again. Wow, that's not too bad. That's 14 points of
Very nice.
magical.
Looking real rough
slashing.
now. Couple of those big hits from Klein's great axe is not happy.
And so the axe will go back in for a little bit. And I'll just pull out one of fuck it. I'll pull out one of my daggers for my bonus action.
Two-weapon fighting requires both weapons you're using to be
Both
light.
weapons, not
Yes.
right.
And
sorry.
your great axe is a two-handed weapon.
No, completely get that. I just thought it was just that this weapon you were using for it had to be
No,
light.
it's designed for you to be dual-wielding things like a pair of scimitars or a couple of daggers.
Yeah, that's my bad. Okay, so I don't do that. Yeah, that's all I'm going to do. Yeah.
Okay. Aldris, you're up with Eyeless preparing.
Okay. Right. Oh, it's cuddling time, apparently. Fair enough. Orala, your servant needs aid once more. And just sort of grab the ring, and a burst of golden light in the form of golden coins just extends around me for 5 feet. So basically the one behind me that's grappling me has to make a constitution saving throw as Word of Radiance happens.
Sorry.
So con 15.
5.
Yes. Right, so it's 2d6 of radiant damage. And that is 4, and that's a 6. That's 10 points of radiant damage.
Okay. The light, the coins jam into it and sear through it as it lets go of you, kind of staggering back. It did not like that one bit.
Seems these are rather heathen things don't like the good word of Orala, so that's my go. How many temporary hit points do I get? Or is it something else you're doing?
It's if you haven't used them, then
I'll just keep them then.
It's only if I roll better, and I've rolled 8 this time.
I'll keep the 10 then. That'll be
Okay.
handy.
Eyeless, you're up with me preparing for Kirkin.
Okay. I want to do an experiment. So I'm going to grab my a holy symbol, and I'm basically going to press it against this thing's forehead
Yeah.
and just see what happens.
Okay. It seems it doesn't like it. It's trying to get away from you, but can't really move because of Bulkin, but it's not harming it directly.
Okay. So what I want to do next is I want to pull out a dagger, and if I can use, if that was a bonus action, I would like to use my action to try and carve Ally Aria's symbol into its forehead with a dagger.
Okay. I'll say make a performance check for me, please.
Okay. 18.
18. You see it's get very uncomfortable, and you see that the wounds have stopped closing. Okay. It's Kirkin's turn then, unless you've got anything else for us, Silas?
No.
Okay. Kirkin, seeing this one drop down on you, Aldris, 20. Going to move around here and use his kind of whack it over their head with his staff.
But wouldn't he just go one more and get flanking bonus?
Yeah.
Because, Kirkin's not daft.
No, he isn't actually. He gets +7. He just hits. No, he's 1 over actually. And then D8 is 11 points of bludgeoning damage to that one. Which one is that one? That's A. Looking real bad, that one.
Cool.
Mr. Kirk
Okay.
gets 11 temporary hit points.
Kirkin isn't in your area.
Not in your area.
Okay. Top of the round, it's my turn. This one is not happy, kind of panicking. It's gonna try. Yeah, it's gonna kind of seeing you do that, Aldris. It's gonna try and grab onto you again.
Okay.
it kind of swings and kind of grabs the air next to you and is very confused, and it's just going to try and run away.
Okay.
So Aldris and Kirkin will get attacks of opportunity.
Okie dokie. I'm not a warcaster, but I could certainly try smack it with my hammer.
Just a tentacle.
Kirkin's
get
missed,
attacked by-
unfortunately.
That's a 15.
That hits.
Oh, right. Okay. Excellent. 2 points of bludgeoning damage. Non-magical.
As it runs, you swing the mace, strike it in the back of the head, and it just collapses onto the floor as it's running. It had 2 hit points.
Awesome.
Why is it every time we leave these things on like 1 or 2 hit points? What is that about?
I
But I
don't
haven't.
understand how you guys are so good at that. It's honestly baffling.
It's so we
That's
get
why you
comedy
always bring a
kills.
crab.
Okay, the other one, seeing this turning and not liking the wound in its forehead, is going to try and break free of your grapple, Vulcan.
It's a. I'll tell you what the save is. It's on there.
Wouldn't it be a contested strength check?
It
No,
tells me
they tend
escape
to.
DC is 16.
Escape DC is 16. Wow, that's higher than these guys' escape DC. That is, however, a 17. So it's able to. Oh no, it would make it a disadvantage. No, roll higher. So it would kind of break through the tentacle, and it's then going to try and, having used its action, just kind of scrabble up the box and try and escape. Eyeless, Quarantine, and Klein can make attacks of opportunity if you wish.
Has
18.
Can I?
It's not moved out of your melee range yet, Vulcan.
True.
Can I
has
do?
I just want to ask because I cannot remember. Have we started a new round?
Yep.
Yes, we have started a new round.
After
These guys are at
I-
the top of the round.
Yeah, but after I use my reaction.
Ah, no, you haven't got
You
your
used
reaction
your
back yet.
reaction on Balkan's turn.
I didn't know if it was this round or the round previous.
Oh
when
no,
I
hang
used
on. You used it when it made an attack, didn't it? And it hit Balkan with his
it.
claws.
Yes,
Oh, no, no, you haven't.
Yeah, you have gotten your reaction back since then.
100% sentinel attack again. So if I hit it, it doesn't move.
Okay.
18.
18 hits.
And can I do a melee spell attack as an attack of opportunity?
And do you have the Warcaster feature?
No.
No, you need Warcaster to be able to cast a spell.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will stab
opportunity.
it.
7
Okay.
points of bludgeoning damage and 5 points of radiant damage.
22 to hit.
Two
And
clerics.
17 to hit for me.
It needs to be a 3 now. We've done 1, 2, and 3.
And I hit for 2.
It had one hit. It had 1 hit point left, and I think Klein had hit it as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
as it climbs up the box, it
It
dies
would-
as it kind of falls in.
It
the
wouldn't fall
box.
in. It would stay with us if I hit it. Technically.
Yeah, it kind of dies hanging over.
I've just got this vision
Okay.
of us all sort of just hitting it at the same time, and weapons clash in the middle, and currently just like.
So that's their turns. Lack, you're up. You can still see this one trying to flee in the corner.
Captain, what do I do about this one?
Didn't
Well,
Lord, what's his face? One of these things intact, or at least the head, anyway.
I
Just
thought that
wanted-
was of the ones with the little wormy things in the skulls.
I'm just waiting for the captain to respond.
We are still in initiative.
Ooh, I think we should all move over there, pinning her in the corner, and then just kill her at once.
Okay.
In that case, I will move my 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40. I'll move to there and I'll hold my attack.
I'll tell you what, everyone can take a move action. A move if they wish. You can also dash with your action if you wish. and we'll come back round to Lack's turn because this one's not going to be going anywhere.
In that case, I'll get all the way to here then. So
Well, we'll start that on your turn. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's no problem. I'm just going to go check the threat.
I wouldn't go that way. I'd go and investigate this tentacle that's appeared.
And I'll say, Phineas, you can move your tentacle as part of this movement as well.
And Kirkin, don't forget Kirkin.
It can't move very far.
I can only move 10 feet as well, so I'm going to chase the tentacle.
Okay.
I think it can move 20. It's like a.
I would have, action and dashed, so I can move 20 feet. So.
I can 30 feet. Okay.
do I get some temporary hit points now from ending my turn in your circle?
And I'll say pretty much everyone except Balkan can get the temporary hit points from Eyeless.
Shall I just roll
Not
it
that I
once?
think it's going to matter.
Yeah.
Shall I just roll it once and give it to everyone?
Yeah, roll it once and
Okay.
offer to everyone except
10 to
Balkan.
everybody.
It's 10 for everyone except Balkan, who...
Oh, yeah, that's
we
one
got 10.
in my head.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So, Black,
Okay.
your turn.
So as I'm flying towards it, I'm going to put my dagger away because I know the necrotic side isn't that much good. And I'm going to pull out my new rapier
Okay.
and then drop down next to it. Oh, it's pretty high.
It's up on the ceiling.
All right, well, I'm just going to fly next to it
It's
on the
kind of
ceiling,
climbing into the corner, trying to scrapple at the brick.
and I'm going to attack it.
Okay. Roll your attack.
Once it takes damage, it's no longer frightened of me.
That definitely hits.
26. So that damage is one of those, two of those. Is that it? Yep, that's it. So that is, oh crap. So it's 11 points of piercing damage, magical.
11 points of piercing damage.
And then I'm going to shoot it with my crossbow. And that's 24.
Yep, that hits.
So that's one of those and one of those. So that's 6 points of piercing damage and 6 points of poison damage.
Right, very nice. It's looking quite rough now, as its eyes kind of, the gold shimmer over its eyes dissipates, and it turns and snarls at you. Like,
And then I'm going to move
Oop.
away, out of the way.
Didn't mean to do that.
yeah, I'll clear that for you. Okay, that's Lack's turn. Finish, you're up with quarantine preparing.
Okay. Not sure about heights of things, but I'm sort of thinking of just jumping up on top of a box over here.
Yeah, these boxes are like 5 feet or so up. It's
Okay.
not a problem.
And I'll
That's
double
fine.
load blast if I've got the angle.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got the angle. You've all pretty much got the angle on this one.
Spider-Man blast.
Yep. Whoa, there's an extra 20.
Yay!
Oof.
Wow.
This is going to hurt. Roll the damage.
That's 16 points.
Very nice.
And then 17 to hit on the
That
second.
hits.
And that's another 8 points.
Finish. How do you want to do this?
Yay!
Whoa! Okay. So, as Lack has sort of flown in, made an attack, and gone out, the moment he's moved out, this jet of water just pins her to the wall.
And the water seems to burn away at the body as it kind of dissolves from the blast hitting it, and it just kind of collapses onto the boxes as the room goes quiet once more.
Should
And
we move the heads from
as you
the-
kind of look around, taking in everything that's just happened, that's where we're going to leave it for today. Okay. There we are.
Awesome.
It's a long time since you've done a dungeon crawl. This is brilliant.
Yeah. Well, it's part of why I was so panicky at the beginning of the session, because I had a map for this, but I was unhappy with how small it was. And so I spent the entirety of today remaking the map entirely. The encounters were all done and stuff like that. I just had to paint it again in Incarnate. So I think it's turned out quite well. I hope you guys
really
like
good.
it.
It's a lovely
Yeah,
map.
it's really good.
It's an excellent map. I like it a lot.
There's plenty of secrets yet to be found.
Indeed.
Well, that depends if we can beat the door boss.
Yeah, we are struggling with doors, to be fair.
Yeah, I need
Yeah.
to roll a bit higher. I'm rolling really well on my attacks. It's just that and my health is brilliant, but my log tracking's just not working.
It's one of those sessions. We are not rolling. We were rolling atrociously. So next session it'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah,
To be
but
honest, I think doors are this campaign's logs or bridges.
We've always had trouble with doors.
yeah,
Weather.
it's true. We always have had trouble with doors.
But the thing is, I'm limited on what I can set up as puzzles in this kind of scenario.
That's fair.
So
Oh,
But-
it's absolutely fine. It's on us to solve the door problem. So, bearing that in mind, do we level up?
no, you've only just started the dungeon.
Worth a try.
At the end of the
love that.
dungeon, there's a lovely little chest with a level up in it. You just need to
Ooh,
get behind whatever's guarding it.
fair enough.
I love that fucking meme I sent today. No, because I don't want to.
No.
Just no.
That was very good. Right, okay, so, yes, thank you all very much for playing. Thank you, Jade, for all the work you've put in today and making this
Yes.
a fun session. Yeah, we, of course, will be back here next week for episode many lots, or 13 as it's known. Yeah, so we'll be back here next Tuesday at the usual time. If you enjoyed what you saw, brilliant, that's great. If you didn't, you know what to do. Off you fuck. And yeah, we'll see you all very soon. Bye.